Hi, this is Billie Beene with a Weather Plus update, episode 5. New. This is a new YouTube channel for me. So thanks for like, subscribe, and share. Some of my sources are God in the Bible, Patriot subscribers, Pastor Paul Begley, Mike from Around the World, Mark Taylor, Real Raw News, Plus. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, let's cover Ian. That came in as a category 4 and is to be upgraded, we understand, by Israeli News Live to a category 5. Now we know that has to do with, here we have Fort Myers, we have Sanibel. That's a small island. It had a causeway that's been taken out. Tampa up here. South Carolina. All right, so Ian came in as a category 4 and came in somewhere around here. It was supposed to go further up, but turned. We also understand that there was a deep state billion-dollar comms location in this area that's been taken out. Oh, and Mike from Around the World, he's on Pastor Paul Begley's Thursday night show regularly. We believe Mike works for the NSA. Mike knows stuff. Said 1 week before Ian came in, keep your eye on this storm. And we had Mike Morales, independent weather person, say that he saw coming out of South America on Ian a laser type rainbow colored energy wave, like a day or so before it came in. And we know it was coming in, supposed to go here, made a turn, came in this way. And here are some of the devastating items from it. And it came in this area, had an 18-foot storm surge, came inland 3 miles plus. So the deaths so far today, which is October 4, is up to 100, but they're still searching for thousands of people. Took out part of this causeway to Sanibel Island. So a lot of damage. Yeah. And we have some information coming from Mark Taylor. So Mark Taylor is a retired fireman prophet who in 2011 was predicting that Donald Trump would be president. So Mark Taylor was giving some information about Ian, that God had predicted Florida would draw people in, and Mark is pointing this out, but Florida had failed to update and upgrade its infrastructure to take care of people, and we know there are a lot of retired people in Florida. And so we have power still out to like roughly 1 million people. We have gas out. Now, Mike from Around the World is predicting this. And he's saying, so he said 1 week before Ian, keep your eye on it. Now he's saying the next one is coming into Texas. Now we currently have offshore, we have Mexico, we have a small storm out in this area, but it's predicted so far to go into Mexico. But Mike from Around the World is saying Texas. and to be another Ian-like storm. So we know Ian came in as a Category 4, and it's to be upgraded to a Category 5, according to the information that Stephen Benoon with Israeli News Live received from the Pentagon. So that was a very strong storm. We also had information from Geoengineering Watch, Dane Whittington. Yes, definitely HARP could have been involved in that. Now we have this. We know that frequently when we have storms, we have FEMA come in, we have Homeland Security. So we have this coming out. This is from Real Raw News, an outlet for the U.S. military. And everything I'm going to give you came from the orders of Marine General David Berger. Okay. So early in 2022, I gave out in a previous video information about the U.S. military Delta and Ranger forces going to Mount Weather. And Mount Weather is near Washington, D.C. It's actually depicted in the movie Sum of All Fears, right at the beginning of the movie when the president's being whisked to this location to begin a snap countdown for nukes Mount Weather. So the Delta and Ranger forces took over Mount Weather and they killed 12 FEMA guards and took over the emergency broadcast system. That's part of the White Hats program going forward, and we may be hearing the EAS during Red October. Okay, also during this Ian, we had special forces. Here's one thing they did. They went into Fort Myers. This was special forces, and they took out and arrested like 12 FEMA agents who had been going to wealthy homes and stealing gold and guns and things. And they arrested them. And they said they were just following orders from the FEMA director, Denise Criswell, and Homeland Security Director Alejandro Mayorkas. Okay. The Special Forces also rescued some young humans who were being attempted to be kidnapped by some alleged agents of FEMA. They also, in this area, took out a barge. The Special Forces had a submarine, and then they had small subs. The Navy SEALs went in, dropped explosives, then they detonated them remotely, took out the barge 35 miles from the South Carolina coast. That was the same barge used in the Houston area by the alleged FEMA during Hurricane Harvey to take a lot of people and who have not been seen again. So trafficking. So that's going on. It's good to know that we have white hats operating out of the Marine and Special Services, isn't it? So this is the bottom line. You cannot trust a lot of your federal government. So FEMA and Homeland Security are not your friends. All right. Now, we have this. Okay, we have a news source I'm using is Direct Weather. I like the way he currently gives the current weather. He does it all like in 5 minutes, and then the long range, and this one I'm going to link for you, covers October and November, talking about cold weather coming in, much, much colder than it normally is. And we know we had that Farmer's Almanac prediction for the U.S. East Coast to be as much as, beginning in January, as much as 40 degrees below zero. So a change in our weather pattern that correlates to what Cliff Hyde brought out with the WebBot program and Ben Davidson with the science-based space weather program, Suspicious Observers, for a cold ice age to begin in 2030, and this year in 2022, the winter is coming earlier and colder, and this is going to be global. So that's going on. I just wanted to bring these updates, and this concludes my special report. And we say God bless America and God bless all nations, and we ask for peace and prosperity. I love you, and I'll see you soon. And good weather.